We got ourselves Amen over on team 2 as a Shadow Priest. On that team, we also got ourselves Charo Day with Chillpill's gonna be first up. Oh, we're getting up and up on by Sippy. Necrolord Feral versus Necrolord Frost DK. Grip and yoinking the cat back up top. Is actually trying to hang on the edge. Sippy, I think, is trying to see if might be able to juke him out. Gonna go for a bear roar, but the stun from Remorseless when he catches him is gonna burn a trinket for it. I don't know if Chillpill's, I don't think Chillpill's had to burn a trinket. He's playing Relentless. The only way he could get out is with a stun breaker. Gonna be a short silence, so the Sippy, but the thorns are up early. Chillpill summoning the ghoul to sacrifice for later. Quick bash onto the Death Knight, but it is very, very short. As it's gonna be the swarm actually swapping onto the ad instead of onto Chillpill's. That's a little weird. The ghoul actually baits the swarm, and Chillpill sacrifices a ghoul, claims whatever life it has left for himself. And Sippy is going to be slowed down quite a bit. What is this slow that he's got going on? There's no way you have a Death and Decay slow, right? What is that slow? The quick blind onto Sippy. Trying to build up our Mortis Winter Stun. It is going to ramp up. A Chillpill's has cooldowns coming up very, very soon. Trying to make the Obliterates work. Needs the big crits. Unable to really crack through the Bear Druid's defense with a Frenzy Regen as well as a Slime Shield with Barkskin getting used up. Chillpill seeing the Druid retreat behind the pillar under the bridge is going to activate Death Pack, where a portion of his health is going to be necrotic out, but at least he's going to be able to catch up on health. Waiting on necrotics, he'll be back and actually get an auto attack at the druid through the bridge. What is this? You're actually denying him re-stealth with the auto attacks. What is that? Was Sippy jumping up? That is so silly. Death and Decay waiting for Sippy, unable to get himself a proper prowl opener. Still trying to get up close to Chillpill's, maybe get a stun. As Chillpill's ramping up with resources, going to be Remorseless Winter Stun. Break it out of it with an IBF. Go for the big chop and he obliterates. Big emergency healing coming out for Sippy with a silence to follow. Still getting smacked around by, oh my god, huge obliterates. Trying to go for a war stump, but the IBF kept on hold for Chillpill's for just a little bit longer. And Glocketta. Oh, I just get your name. Glocketta, like Glock. Also got Milord Pallet on that team as well as Trapwalker Glock. Gonna be next up as a Fire Mage with a blind by Chillpill's. Chillpill's just waiting out the blind for a bit. Gonna be a quick breath and destroying for Desorian. Lichborn to break out of the polymorph. It isn't an incapacitation effect. And I guess Glocketta cannot polymorph an undead. So I guess that actually makes sense in a weird way. Just because he became undead, he can't. I mean, I guess he. That's like a polymorph undead feels like more of like an older classic WoW kind of deal, like a TBC WoW thing. But I imagine like it'll be more regular done in either way. Gonna be still a Fleshcraft holding on for Chillpill's. The green Mulber wrapping around him. The Abomination Limb sprouting out of him. Quick stun with a Remorseless Winter. Chilling the bones of Glocketta. See their health drop and trinkets with an immediate shield, but still under pressure. Silence has to ice block this in order to survive the burst. Wants to hold on to Cauterize for a little bit later, as Chillpill's is just forcing massive cooldowns out of the Glocketta, but the Fire Mage plays in such a way where they just need one CC chain, missing that breath though with that AFS for Chillpill's covering himself. All the time up for Glocketta. Gonna be a grip for Chillpill's, blinks that grip before they get back up on the bridge. Has the ulti time to pull him back up next to Chillpill's. Looks like they're gonna cancel it just to stay away from the Death Knight, trying to land a poly, getting interrupted Nova to keep Chillpill's at bay. Gonna summon up an undead ghoul, gripping the poly. So probably gonna be another poly here. And it is going to be Chillpill's dropping down anti-magic zone as the G-Pie is cooking itself up. Glocketta going for full combustion. Chillpill's has to go aggressive here. Has to get a super offensive with Glocketta. Does he have a silence? Anything at all? Looks like he's just going to go ramp it up. Death Strikes or using all that runic power he stored up from the previous duel to just catch back up on all the health. The harder he gets hit, the harder Death Strike heals him for. Chillpill's gripping Glocketta back end. Nova might separate the two. Quick, the interrupt onto Glocketta. Trying to throw a dragon at him. Glocketta is going to have a trinket out of it. Actually, normal blink out of it. Silence to fall. Chillpill still has plenty of big bullet damage. No shields for Glocketta. Taking a big obliterate. Dropping super low. Still a Cauterize on him. Is going to be able to escape with the Cauterize. Chillpill's dropping down a Chain of Ice on the Glocketta. It is going to go for a Flesh Cup, sends the Mage is super far away. The Mage goes for the Night Fae power shifting in order to be able to catch up with cooldowns, maybe get shields back up quicker. Breath of Chillpill's breaks very quickly. Nova on top of it. Chillpill's has the Rage Interrupt in case there's any trouble at all. Ulti time up for the Mage. Might decide against that ulti time since Chillpill's right next to him. Blind. The ulti time most likely is still going to happen either way. And Chillpill's is ramping up a stun to Glocketta. And they do have a normal blink. Do not go super far because they were on the side on the edge of a ramp. It doesn't take you downwards. But it is going to be able to break out of that stun immediately. So Chillpill's will not have an easier time on him. Abomination Limb joined the fight. Sprouting out of Chuppas again. That's going to be Pillar of Frost up. Trinket for Glocketta as they try to get away. Silence onto the Mage. Nothing they can do. And a massive Obliterate just splits him right down the middle. With Flexing going to be up next. Starting off in that camo. Got a nice Samurai. What kind of Mog? Oh, okay. I think it's like a Venthier with that cosmetic helm. And the Samurai. I like the Samurai, like the Ankoan sword. I really like the dangly bits on that thing. It's just like a little lace at the end of the blade. I guess the bell, if it was like a fencing sword. But I wouldn't... Is that a bell? I guess that would be the bell, right? The end, the blunt end. It's called the bell in the... No, not the bell, the pommel. I think it's the pommel. The bell would be the guard. Wait, would it? I think so. I'm not sure. I'm not even sure. It's been so long since I've done fencing. But flexing and fencing. Flexing is playing survival hunter, dropping down the eagles. Gonna be Chuppas dropping down onto the bridge, waiting out the dots, waiting in line of standing, flexing as best he can until Chuppas has himself a better setup. IBF with that pet stun is gonna use it since flexing rounds the bend, dropping down damage. Chuppas is gonna take damage anyway. Might as well IBF it quick. Freezing trap with a manic bandage as the survival hunter looking for a bit of a reset, slowing down Chuppas out in the open. Quick grip by the Death Knight with a chain of ice immediately onto flexing. AMS for the shackles of malediction, so flexing is not going to be able to reduce the amount of healing and freebie shadow damage onto chilled. Flexing still holding on to Turtle Shell, but for how much longer? Harpoon's right next to Chill Pills. The Death Knight sitting on cooldowns. Could use him any moment. Freezing Trap is up. I don't think he's going to be sending a stun anytime soon. So it could be potentially bad for Flexing. Get at those far kill shots. Line this up for Chuppas to catch up on that Fleshcraft as Flexing is going to make some distance as far as he can. Quick chain of ice onto the pet. Chuppas is going to build up some resources either way. Flexing, lobbing grenades from super far away. Chuppas needs to land him in a blind and a stun. No trinket for the hunter. Chuppas eating a steel shot. Flexing just trying to avoid before the Death Knight can close the gap with a blind and a stun after. He knows exactly how he's going to play. Remorse Winter's up. Freezing Trap on the Chill Pills. No way for him to get out of it. The ramp up for the Remorse Winter is going to fall off of Flexing. At least the pet is stunned. Stun onto Chill Pills. Has a human racial for it. Trying to pop off big damage with A-Bomb Limb. Gripping the Hunter back in. Turtle Shell having to be used in order to survive the onslaught by the Frost Death. He turns attention onto the pet. He's just going to carve something out. Anything. Massive Death Strike available for him to heal up if needs to. Did use a Death Pact early here. Freezing Trap window for him. Does not have an AMS for it for a while. And Flexing is going to dive into a camo. As he's by himself with a pet. Quick Feign Death clears him of all debuffs. No pets to get dotted. That's going to be Chuppas walking up to the eye, trying to pick it up as soon as possible. Does not pick it up. Flexing is actually going to revive the pet. Super unfortunate how slow that eye pick up some mistakes. And Flexing, he recovered quite a lot of health while sitting inside of the camo traps, waiting ready for Chuppas. Blind Flexing has a trinket for the stun. Definitely should use it. Gonna be the ghoul summoned down for Chuppas. Not able to get the stun into Flexing. Looks like the Hunter, I think, went for a Feign Death, removed the debuffs pretty quickly. If only he just kept that Remorse Winter rolling just for a little bit longer. I don't really know what broke it. Maybe the ghoul broke it, actually, because Chuppas did summon the ghoul for a sacrifice later. Lichborn up as Chuppas has a lot of runic power, trying to catch up on healing. 21% dampening. He's going to make it pretty difficult for the Death Knight to recover since they do not have a lot of healing. AMS for any magic damage for the poisons and the grenades. Dropping obliterates into Flexing is going to hit him with that howling blast, blasting the Hunter back into the Dark Ages with that one. Sounds of the Trap Walker as the land and Nick cap onto Chill Pills. Fist of Fury Chuppas has Chain of Ice just to keep kiting. Somehow the Frost Death that is all of a sudden more kiting than the Trap Walker, than the Monk. Stone on the Trap Walker, trinkets for it just so he can land that kill on Chuppas. Did not want to let the Death Knight escape with a victory of any sort. On Team 1, we introduced Amin earlier. We also talked about Charaday, which is going to be up next, looking like a wizard. We got ourselves Fear-Tonin. Fear-Tonin, that's like serotonin, but like horrifying. And Chicago, I love that look, by the way. Looks so fantastic. Gonna be big damage by Charo as Trapwalker is gonna avoid the full combustion burst. And that's actually a Worgen wizard. I like that. We don't see Worgen a lot. Is there like a class where a Worgen is like your best racial? Or like even decent, like top 3? Is there a single class where Worgen is like insane? Because I know they give like plus 1% crit. Like that can't be that bad, right? Is there a single one? I feel like the ratios might need to be redone because they look way too, like, well, after the Shadowlands customization, they look way too cool to not be viable. Gonna be an ice block as he sees the big damage coming out for Trapwalker. Did decide that he needs to burn the ice block really early, sending fireballs at Trapwalker, I think hoping to get a combustion back. Gonna be a big cauterize right then and there. Trapwalker just stripped the big defensive. Chardell, does he have any defenses at all? Does get himself the smallest of heals. A 35% dampening, needs himself that triple shield, and needs to get himself enough survivability just to survive Trapwalker until combustion is back up. He's definitely going to need to work back for the combustion. Walking next to Trapwalker is going to blink away, trying to land a poly in cap by the monk from range. Does he have the big kick to crack through the shields? Looking for the massive rising sun kick, almost does the damage. Trapwalker is going to land touch of death onto Charadel as he's trying to walk away. And is going to be able to take down the seed pod. Amin going to be up next as a Shadow Priest, trying to see if they can battle the Windwalker Monk, the flesh-crafting Necrolord. I actually wonder if the Necrolord nerf in 9.1 is gonna make the monks a little bit worse. Not much worse, but just a more balanced, I guess. I would imagine. Hopefully, maybe. I don't know. Big BDB, that's going to be triggered by the monk with the silence on the Trapwalker, who's actually just going to hide behind line of sight. Steal PIO for Amin. It's going to land a Void Tornado to the Trapwalker. That is also going to be... Oh! That was a diffused magic reversal on the Mind Games. And a massive kick just now. That happened so fast. Tell me monks are balanced. After that one, tell me monks are balanced. What was that? Gonna be Trapwalker landing a Fist of Fury on Chicago with a parry. The monk is playing very defensively, trying to not engage with Chicago as best they can, just catching up on health and looking for cooldowns. As Chicago lands some damage on him for a moment, but the monk with a quick in cap continuing to do damage with a BDB burst this time. Shaking for Chicago with a wall. There's quite a lot of cooldowns as that is a set of images for Trapwalker. Sundered by Chicago, at least disrupt the monk for just a second. Fist of Fury is going to do a lot of damage. Chicago trying to go for a hex. And Chicago's playing that Ventier, so if they get interrupted on Nature, they can cast Shadow. If they get interrupted on Shadow, they can cast Nature. Trinket by Trapwalker off of that Hex. Chicago with the Earth Shield, got themselves Ghosts up and running. Do they have the Maelstrom in order to catch up? They have the mana. Might be going to get an interrupt. Don't want to interrupt Trapwalker on a Nature cast because they know the Flesh Gun is going to be up next. Karma, and Chicago has to play super defensive here. Hopefully Ghosts generate enough Maelstrom to survive it. One heal, but couldn't quite make it happen. And Ferrotonin charging in at Trapwalker as a Demonology Warlock does land the stun on the monk before the round the bend with the Mortal Coil. Is going to send a curse on the monk, which is going to slow him down. Quick jab to connect with the Warlock and is going to go for a Spearhand Strike. Ferrotonin trying to get some more pets up and running, does break away from the Warlock. The Trapwalker gets himself a full Fleshcraft rolling. So if anything, it's going to give him quite a bit of defensive. Quick jab onto the pet, at least building some resources. Go for Blackout Kicks, I think, to build up for Rising Sun Kicks and Fist of Furies. He's just building resources, or maybe just fishing for the Spinning Crane Kick proc, which honestly, that might be what he's doing right now. And that's going to be Fellord down, knocking Trapwalker down for a second. BDB bursts up Ferrotonin. Does he have anything at all? No trick, another big Spinning Crane Kick, and does take him out. Trapwalker literally just fishing for a Spinning Crane so he could get himself that big blast out. That was actually just so hard to watch a little, because just, my God.